The year is 2053. The streaming wars caused the ozone layers to be reduced to nothing more than a fog machine powered by the Trolls 2 soundtrack. No, not that one, the other Trolls 2. Oh my God! Precisely. Agriculture is now controlled by the AEW, and our new AI overlords have overthrown most of the world's governments and replaced all religions. Now we only pray to the crab people. The only safe haven is in the living room of our 12 family Kanye domes, where we plug into the Oculus 10 for some metaverse gaming. Too bad there's one thing that still hasn't changed. Every single game on the planet fucking sucks. That is until a shimmering ray of hope sounds off in the distance. Sony Entertainment hijacks our over-the-cranium headsets with the announcement of a lifetime, a Twisted Metal reboot. My grandson sees me jumping with joy as if my knees hadn't been reduced to dust 25 years ago. He asks, "What's Twisted Metal, Grandpa?" I run to wipe the dust off of that antique PS1. Sit down and pick up the sticks, little Tenpak. I'm about to fuck up your whole day. Okay. Turns out this game kinda sucks. Let's try this one. Nope, this sucks too. Okay. And this one, also pretty bad. Okay. Alright, this one's a bit better. Ish, I guess. Alright, here we go. This is the one I was looking for. God damn it! Okay. 2012. Forget everything I said before, it's all about fuck! These games actually all suck. Alright, so it looks like nostalgia has got the best of me on this one. I sat down, getting ready for a nice throwback to the good old days, but it turns out they were never as good as I thought. Nonetheless, we're just gonna press on with it. I am sorry for the dumpster fire, this absolute eyesore, this chaotic wind tunnel of shit I have placed in front of your eyes. You know, they say that nothing is really ever as good as you thought it was as a kid, and right now I'm thinking they might have been right. But anyway, for the uninitiated, Twisted Metal is an arcade-style demolition derby kind of game. I think the official genre is vehicular combat or some shit, because apparently that's a thing. I mean, why not, I guess? In a world where Goat Simulator 3 is 8 out of 10 on IGN, we could do anything we want at this point. The original series got its start all the way back on the OG PlayStation back in 1995, if you can believe it. Pretty crazy to think I was only like 2 at the time of release, but it's still among some of like the first memories I have in gaming pre the Dreamcast GameCube days. It's like Lara Croft, Road Rash 3D, some underwater aquatic scuba diving thing, this New York gang war type beat, and Twisted Metal. That was it. I have to assume that we just couldn't afford a PS1 at release.
That's 49 cents of spilt milk dripping all over my table. Somebody gonna drink this milk.
Because these memories are like way too vivid for a 2-year-old brain. When the game released, it was a one-of-a-kind experience. For a small fee, you could pull up with the ice cream paint job and smash the absolute living shit out of your friends and family. This game settled so many disagreements in my house. As the youngest, I couldn't always get away with a swift drop kick to the chin of my siblings, but god damn it, I could delete them into the nether realm on Twisted Metal all day, every day. This was where I felt true power for the first time, okay? Clearly I wasn't the only one who felt like this, with over 1 million copies sold in the US alone. It was a pretty strong venture for the developers over at SingleTrack. Mind you, at a time where gaming hadn't yet had the same boom of popularity it does today, it only makes sense that Sony tried to bottle up the essence of the first entry and add more additions to the series, but they never really could catch the magic from the original game. Aside from graphics and physics, which you could ultimately chop up with the technology of the time, one of the bigger gripes that audiences kind of always had with the game was the terrible single player story. You compete in this vehicular combat tournament, whatever the, yeah. And the winner gets a wish from this demonic Chris Angel side character named Calypso. You think with all the years between Twisted Metal Head-On and the 2012 reboot, not counting the glorified DLC version, all right? They had about 7 years to come up with a good storyline, but instead they just doubled down on the Calypso arc for some reason. And dude is a swindler. This woman wants to be a damn supermodel, so when she wins the tournament, she asks to be on the runway with the lights shining on her. And this fucking guy, he puts her in the middle of Shigatse fucking Peace Airport in China for her to get ran over by a damn Boeing 747. Like, bro, you knew exactly what she meant, damn douchebag. But the writing and acting is really really something. It's like a 6th grade talent show, but far less inspiring. You can actually watch all the cutscenes from the 2012 reboot on YouTube. Highly recommend. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Recommend. It's a good time. But plot points aside, I think the series has some real potential for a comeback. And I'm saying that with my nostalgia meter healthily in check, all right? I still feel like there's something there, especially for casual players who don't feel like getting their cheeks clapped by SBMM demons in the new Call of Duty. There's actually some rumors floating around lately that there may be a new reboot in the works, and maybe even a TV show. Listen, if this is true, my best advice to whoever's developing these projects: 1, don't rehire the writers you had on this before, all right? 2, just try a little bit, just a little bit, and you'll probably find some success. I mean, just the concept itself, I know it might be a little wacky when you try to make sense of it and put a story in and yada yada, but it's a cool concept. And now that I'm looking back, the bar is seriously so low. So low. Twisted Metal is a game crying out to reach its full potential, and there's still plenty of us OGs that would want to pick it up, along with the younger generation that just needs a cool after-school hangout game. That vibe of hitting 7-Eleven for some hot Cheetos and energy drinks and just running some games with your friends. No battle pass, no hit the gritty emotes, just head-to-head chaos. This new generation really could use that, I think. All that I ask is you make Sweet Tooth just a tinge less predatory.
You can't hide from Daddy.